open, and welcome to I Need a Hobby, a podcast. I'm this week's host, Andrew, and to my left, he purposely goes to the back of the line so he can trample the most people on Black Friday, Alex.
Hey.
And to my right, he faked an injury during the home stretch of the turkey trot to give the little kids a false hope before crushing them in the home stretch, Chris.
True story.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
This intro is about me and Chris, crushing people.
Yeah, Chris and I did make a rule with Chris where during our turkey trot we decided to go slow or like regular speed or just not fast, I guess. And,
it was non-competitive, a friendly race.
But anyone sub 3 feet, we were going to beat at the end. Just can't give those kids that sense of confidence like that.
Especially they sprint at the beginning.
They get in
for
the front
first
of the line.
100 feet. They walk. And then they sprint the last 100 feet.
So they deserved what Chris did to them, pulling that fast one on them, grabbing his hamstring as if he had suffered a serious injury.
Pulled up limp at the finish.
And then a kid came to help him out.
The kid got on his knees to help Chris. Actually stretched him out. And then Chris goes, "Hey, sucker!" Races off and wins.
Yeah.
And he felt great at the end too because it was a good stretch.
Yeah, it was a
nice
stretch.
kid. Nice kid.
So anyway, what's this podcast about? It is a podcast about, first of all, the 5 to 9. We are a couple of college grads, me, Chris, and Alex.
Yep.
We work hard during the 9 to 5, and we talk about the 5 to 9, the aforementioned 5 to 9, which is your free time. What do we do in our free time?
Challenges.
Hobbies.
Activities.
Activities,
I
baby.
screwed that up.
CHA.
Yes.
CHA.
So this week, first of all, how are you guys doing this week?
We're recording right after Thanksgiving.
We all got full bellies.
Yeah,
right?
I'm bursting at the seams. Hey, look, gotta undo my belt real quick.
That button doesn't pop off.
Too much turkey.
Any of you guys in a food coma right now?
No. Uh-oh. Food baby alert. Oh, no.
I actually did feel very tired yesterday. And I don't know if I know that's like a myth or whatever. If you eat a lot of turkey, you get tired.
Yeah, turkey puts you to bed, I hear.
I think it's just that you eat a lot of food, you get tired,
probably,
right?
Yeah.
But I think there's a specific myth about turkey. Like
it's
it has some sort of...
we talked
about turkey.
Yeah, we talked about that in Thanksgiving.
But Turkey Day, that's not the same. Thanksgiving is really the only day where I feel tired, after eating a ton of food.
I agree.
But is it just a placebo? Do I feel tired every day?
I think it might have to do with the turkey trot.
Yeah.
That we ran.
Could be part of it. I was up early and up late the night before.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a weird day. I don't know. I think it's like... Maybe it has something to do with I usually get tired, 3 hours after dinner. So
that's
when
true.
I'm eating dinner at 3 o'clock.
Your body's like, whoa, wait, is it almost bedtime?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's freaking out.
All right, now speaking of the turkey trot real quick, you guys ran your turkey trot, right?
Of course.
We did. So we talked about it in our last episode that we were going to do a turkey trot.
You had a little beer at the end of the race. Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Isn't that upsetting to get after a race?
That's what they do.
See,
they had Bud Light or Budweiser.
My opinion, there were a few options. There was Bud Light, Budweiser, or some call it Bud Heavy.
Yeah.
Coors Light. I think that might have been
Goodness gracious.
I went for the light beer because...
Keystone Light, Busch Light.
Yeah, but that's like... I feel like I would get so sick if I tried to drink that after a run.
No, I disagree because it's like that early in the morning and I just ran. I couldn't drink like a heavy beer,
We had I think it was a golden ale at the end of ours.
A golden ale?
It was quite
That might
hoppy.
be all right.
I don't think it was an IPA. It might have been a pale ale. But it was good. It was tasty.
Our race is very I feel like it's... I don't know. I feel like no one's begging for like a nice golden ale. Sorry. Like I feel like everyone's just content with the Bud Light. It's just like you're done with it's
but
Thanksgiving,
it's not good, though.
Go home and have food. We're not going to support you with the best beer ever.
What kind of race do you think I did?
Oh, I know that your race was 5 mile. That's all I know.
Oh, that's true.
No, you're wearing a nicer
yeah,
shirt.
2 mile, your beer's made out of gold all of a sudden.
Yeah, the extra 2 mile give me wet my palate for a nice hoppy beer.
They might take it a little more seriously.
Another
all right,
fun
but
thing.
how about after the marathon I ran?
Yeah.
Bud Light and Michelob Ultra.
Really?
The one in North Carolina?
That's a disgrace.
Yeah, I guess after a long race, especially when you pay a little bit more. See, our race, we didn't even pay. We
Really?
just showed up.
Yep.
Wait, really?
Chris taught me the strategy.
It's fun. So this race, and usually I'm against...
It's called freeloading.
Usually I'm against this, but this race sells out like the day of, and they encourage people to come. They're just like, yeah, just start in the back of the pack.
How many people do you think ran?
Probably a couple thousand.
No, I saw the article.
Oh my God,
it
was
was
a couple thousand?
1,200, yeah.
And
it sells out at 1,200, but there's probably another 500.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So they could afford a better beer, probably, right? What did it cost them? $12 to buy 12,000 Bud Lights?
Probably. Imagine going to a liquor store and just 12,000 Bud Lights.
12,000. Can I get? Yeah. Do you have any 12,000 packs?
Wait, I didn't say 12,000, did I?
No,
Did I accidentally say 12,000?
Well, they should buy 10 ahead.
The Manchester Red Race in Connecticut has 12,000 runners.
That's a big
You
one.
know what they give at the end? O'Doul's.
Really?
Non-alcoholic.
Do they actually?
I don't know.
That'd be funny.
But I did have a thing. How was your guys' Thanksgiving? How rude of me
good.
not to
Good
ask.
day. Yeah, so
Good?
I ran the race, went to my grandma's.
Oh,
Had
that's good.
a great meal.
You had the traditional meal.
Traditional
turkey?
meal.
You too, Andrew.
Yep.
What are we
got-
talking?
Stuffing, mashed potatoes, turkey.
Yeah, turkey,
Cranberry sauce.
stuffing,
Cranberry
cranberry sauce,
sauce.
mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes this year.
Nice.
Did some roasted vegetables.
Creamy casserole.
Mashed sweet potatoes. Is that what you mean, or just separately?
No, it was kind of like mashed sweet potatoes. Yeah, they were like baked.
But you also had mashed potatoes.
Yeah, but they
Okay.
were like, it was like, imagine a mashed potato in a baked potato. Like it was like as if the skin of the potato
Twice baked.
was a bowl. That was it.
Twice baked.
Twice
sweet.
baked. Yeah.
A baked-
Twice baked
okay.
sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, here's my hot take on Thanksgiving. Get that cranberry sauce off the table.
You mentioned this
Unwanted.
before.
Why not?
I don't like it.
You said no. We talked about this, I think, and it was like, what's the worst Thanksgiving food? I think you said rolls. One of you guys said rolls, which is wrong.
We didn't even have rolls on the table
Rolls.
this year.
I said rolls.
Rolls are good.
Was this in real life or was this on pod?
I think it was on pod.
We have totally different conversations on
Wait,
it.
we
was
should
that,
re-listen
was that
to
my
it.
character, Alex, podcast character, or was that my real life character, Alec?
Let me tell you how much I'm
Cranberry
all right
sauce
with
is good, I
cranberry
think.
sauce.
Yeah.
We had 2 cranberry sauces. We
Yeah.
had the jarred cranberry
Yeah.
sauce and the more loose cranberry
But
sauce.
I think they.
I had them both.
I think. Oh wait, like canned? You mean?
The canned, which they like slice.
Yeah, it looks like the
And
canned.
then there's one that looks more like cranberries.
I don't think I've ever had the real one or the
Mhm.
one that looks like cranberries, but it's too sweet. I don't want it. Hey, save the sweets for the pies, baby.
I like a good bite with some turkey, some stuffing,
Really?
and a dab of cranberry sauce.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
I agree.
Makes
I
me
think
sick to my stomach.
there's a lot of salty stuff there. There's savory foods
Yeah.
at
I
Thanksgiving.
love it. Keep that salt coming, baby.
You're a salty boy.
Yeah, I'm a salty boy. Now, I will respect the cranberry for the post-Thanksgiving Day leftover sandwich,
Okay, yep.
but I still think that's unnecessary in the sandwich.
I think it's crucial.
What?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
you know
think
what?
it's good.
Keep the rolls. Get rid of that sauce.
Dinner
That's what
roll.
I say.
Put the rolls back. We should re-listen to that because I definitely have listened to Air Travel when I'm traveling.
Yeah, I should have listened
Even
to
that's
Thanksgiving.
true.
I mean, people were playing Christmas music all November. It's like, hey, what about the great Thanksgiving music?
Yeah.
Like our episode on Thanksgiving, for God's sakes, you know?
Top Thanksgiving songs. Yeah, and when we went out shopping today, I was hoping to hear some Thanksgiving music. Maybe our podcast on
Way
the
too
loudspeakers.
Nothing.
Yeah, so you guys went shopping today?
We
yeah.
did.
So, let's get to the heart of the episode here. We are talking about Black Friday,
Yep.
aka the most fake and the worst
Right?
holiday.
Fake
ever.
holiday. People get work off for Black Friday.
It's
That's insane.
It is crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah, I was off today.
It sucks. It is. Oh, we have a ton of international listeners, so let's let them know what this is.
Yeah, we should. I mean, they probably know what it is, but you know,
No, actually, that my Singapore friends, that was it. Literally one of the only things they knew. Black Friday.
really?
Yeah, seriously.
The only thing they knew.
Over Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was like that SpongeBob episode.
Yeah.
Like all
He
they
only
remember
knew
is, like,
fine dining,
fine
Black
dining
Friday, and breathing.
yeah. No, but when I met them, that was one of our first icebreakers. They were like, "Is Black Friday crazy?"
And you're
Wow.
crazy. It's a
And
fake holiday. Some people get work off.
Yeah, and then when they visited me last year for Thanksgiving, we went Black Friday shopping. That's where I have most of my material for
Wow,
this
so
episode.
you're quite a veteran Black Friday
Yeah,
shopper,
well-
especially for not liking the holiday.
Oh yeah, last time was really bad because it was just insane. But I'll
Save
save
it.
it. I'll save it.
Bro, back it up.
Say
yeah.
it, let the fans at home
So Black Friday.
know what this podcast is about. We
Like,
already
I'm
said
good.
that. Let them know what Black Friday is. For
Black
God's sakes.
Friday is a holiday. It's the day after Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is always on
All right.
the Thursday.
I got to say, first of all, I already think you're wrong. I don't think it's a holiday. It's
It-
not a holiday.
I mean, it has
kind
a,
of
it has a
is.
name.
It kind of is. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's a real holiday. I don't
Like
think it's
April
like,
Fool's is a holiday, but it isn't really. You know.
it's like what's that Fat Tuesday? Isn't that some sort
That's
of
Mardi
holiday?
Gras.
That's
Mardi
that's
Gras.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, but is Fat Tuesday a holiday?
Yeah,
Christmas,
I would
Fat
say.
Tuesday is when
I
you're
would
just,
say
like, lazy.
Fat
I'm just-
Tuesday is more of a holiday than Black Friday.
Okay.
I don't think Black Friday is a holiday. It's just calling it the Friday after
Oh
Thanksgiving.
yeah.
It just
Well,
happens
Mardi
to have a
Gras is
name.
like a real like celebration
right.
thing.
Well,
Like,
that's why it's Mardi
Mhm.
Gras. I think April Fools is just you know what, equally non-holidays.
Wow.
Equally non-holidays.
Bold
they're
stance.
both holidays. I'm sorry, they both are.
All right,
both on
let
the calendar.
We'll let the listeners decide.
Anyway, so it's the day after Thanksgiving, and there's a ton of sales. Even though there isn't really, that's another thing.
The premise. Explain the premise.
The premise is that
then we'll get to real life Black Friday.
The premise is that there's stores will open early, sometimes even Thanksgiving night, and they will have really good deals on many items in the store.
The idea is it's the start of the Christmas season because Thanksgiving is over.
Yes,
so
you could get a head start in your Christmas shopping, so they're gonna give away all these sales.
That's just more of like it feeding into itself, though. That's like self-fulfilling or whatever.
You don't think that was the point?
I don't think so.
Well, that's why there's all the sales, is because people are out shopping. I think you watch the Macy's Day Parade. They bring out Santa at the end. Any of you guys watch it?
You bring out Santa, and then you go right to Target.
It's such
you get the PS4, baby.
Yeah, Target should have opened like the second that Santa came out in the Macy's Parade. That would be a funny.
Santa's just wearing a Target uniform.
That would be a really funny thing for Macy's to do. Is just like the second our parade ends, we're all running right to the store.
Well, that's
sad,
essentially what the idea of Black Friday was. As soon as that clock struck midnight,
stores open,
Christmas music starts blasting, and the sales start.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. I feel like when we were growing up, there would be these stories of people lining up on the night of Thanksgiving,
true stories,
getting ready for Black Friday.
Yes.
Does that happen anymore?
It does. I can confirm it.
Whoa. Okay. Never mind.
We'll save it. Did you guys Black Friday shop growing up?
No.
I did not. See, when I think of Black Friday shopping, I think of like going at like 3:00 in the morning. That's Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
So I shopped on Black Friday, like in malls and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was packed. But I never did the late night shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like without the sales, it's going to be packed anyways because it's an extra day off of work. You're gonna be swamped in the Christmas season.
Exactly.
You got to get gifts for your kids, even though frankly they don't deserve it. And so everyone's gonna go shopping that day anyways.
And I think that's where all the sales come from because it's probably like this is the busiest shopping day. Oh, 10% off. Come here. Oh, 15% off.
Right,
oh, everything's free.
Yeah.
We're open at midnight.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's interesting, I guess. I don't know. I just can't, like, my family always didn't like Black Friday shopping as a kid because I guess I'll save it as we get into it. But, like, Chris and I waited in line today for almost an hour.
Wait, I'm shocked.
Yeah, which was ridiculous. It was mostly for the podcast, I guess, just to, like, have a story.
But I did get this sweet Xbox 360.
We were at GameStop.
I'd say one funny thing about Black Friday that I always think about is, like, once I first, when I was at the age where I kind of knew what it was, I remember my dad telling me, like, I'd rather like sleep through the night and then pay an extra $50 for that TV. And I remember thinking as a kid, like,
I don't know if that's
$50. I'd stay up all night for $50.
Yeah, like I guess.
And I think
I was just saying, like, what I was getting at is that parents that are bringing their like little kids Black Friday shopping, it must be so terrible.
Because I didn't.
These kids had to stand in line. Like, there's no amusement park. There's no ride at the end. You know, it's like we're checking out.
My first Black Friday, I think, was when I was in the age to drive. Because I could like do it on my own. Yeah. I think I worked that first Black Friday in a store. I worked. I think I worked 3 Black Fridays.
Oh wow.
In a retail store. It was all right. It was crazy, but I think the worst thing about it is that you're right, Alex. It's not a holiday.
It's not.
So like working on like a Sunday, you get, at least here in Massachusetts, you get like time and a half, like extra pay. That Friday you don't.
It's just a Friday.
So it's like, and it's like the day after Thanksgiving, you should get a little something for it. You don't. You just work crazy hours. I remember I would come in at 6 in the morning.
Oh yeah. Now did you?
I thought you get extra because it's a holiday.
It's not a holiday.
It's not a holiday. Don't you understand?
I don't know. I can't remember now. But
yeah, now my uncle's working today, and he was telling me nothing.
Yeah.
He's selling.
All right. Well, we went back to my old place of work, Home Goods, and I went to talk to the new high school generation working at Home Goods, and I was like,
"Don't do that."
I did. I was like, "I used to work here." I was talking to them about it. I was like, "You guys getting time and a half today?" And they said, "I don't know. I think so."
Well, they're not. They're
ding
not.
ding. They're not.
You should have told them, dude. Have you worked Black Friday before?
Yeah. But it was.
And you guys did you guys both work in stores that would have had extra people because of Black Friday?
That's,
like, were they
Chris, you might have, but
sales-ridden stores?
Home Goods is just like furniture and lamps and home goods.
Right.
Like there wasn't like there was no big deal.
No sales. My store would have big sales. It was one of those stores that had a lot of coupons.
GameStop.
Yeah, GameStop. But so it'd be crazy that day, and we'd open really early. I remember we'd open at 5 a.m.
Not GameStop, though.
Not GameStop. Okay. And I would not be there at 5 a.m. because I was like 17. It was probably illegal. But
it's not a holiday.
I remember the great memories of it. My boss understood that it was like, it's holidays. You don't want to be there. Right. So he'd buy a bunch of pizzas every year.
That's great.
Yeah, they would do that. I did do that.
That's great. I love when bosses do that.
One of my favorite memories.
Like they'll bring in donuts because you got to work early.
I went, and my friend, also named Chris. There was actually 3 Chris's there at the time. Pretty crazy. We got one of the pizzas, brought it to the back stock room, not to the they were all in the break room. We brought it to the back room, and we just hung out there the whole time and ate pizza.
Just a classic Chris and Chris pizza sesh. I like it.
That's the dream. So when I think of Black Friday, I think of pizza.
Yeah, so you have some fond memories of Black Friday.
I do, yeah.
I don't.
I don't either. Like I just think of going to the mall and it's packed to the brim with people.
Yeah.
And with annoying kids, which I'm sure I was one of them.
Yeah.
You know?
So maybe I can get into my story of last year, because Chris and I have a good story for this year, but I'll tell you my memories of last year. So my Singapore friends are visiting from Thanksgiving, and I guess the big things they like, what was it? I forget there was a third thing, but the big two were sleeping and shopping. I guess that's like a Singapore thing. Whatever. So
probably just
sleeping is a human thing.
So they wanted to go. They
probably just jet lagged.
They wanted to go Black Friday shopping. That was one of the first things we talked about in France. Lo and behold, we are together on Black Friday.
These guys.
It was insane. It was insane. So we go to the big mall near our. This was
last year,
2016, and it was so weird. Like we basically get into the mall, and they were all just like, "All right, so like." Everyone wants to go to different places, so like let's just go and we'll meet up in like 3 hours. And I was like, all right, I guess that's fine. And then as soon as they left, I was like, I just want to go back to the car. Like I don't want to.
You were just by yourself at that point.
Yeah.
They just made a run for it.
Well, like everyone wanted to go to different places, and I was just like, I don't know. I wasn't gonna be like, I don't know.
Dude, you were the chaperone. You can't just go back to the car.
No, I didn't. So I walked around
by yourself.
Yeah.
Did you buy yourself anything?
I did. Yeah.
Black Friday.
Another thing with Black Friday is that I had a streak. I think it was a 4-year streak that I broke this year, where every Black Friday I would buy myself a new kind of sweatshirt, because it was like getting to the colder kind of season now. So I would just,
good time of the year to buy
a new little wardrobe change. But I have enough this year, so I didn't do it. But last year I bought like a nice, like kind of like a winter coat, but it's not going to keep you that warm. You know that style, though?
Like a puffer coat,
like a shell.
It's not
jacket?
that big. It's smaller than that.
Like
it's not that puffy.
Gotcha.
Soft shell jacket.
Yeah, I think maybe.
No,
I don't know if you're kidding or not.
No, that's what they're called.
I think it might be what it's called.
Like those North Face soft shell jackets.
Yeah, but it's that shiny type or whatever. You rub it with your hands.
This is a reflective vest.
Oh no, I don't know. Not a reflective vest, but you know what I mean. It's like the winter coat kind of material that you can jump around in the snow.
Keep describing it.
That's nice.
So
wait, was this jacket you wore skiing when you went?
Yeah.
Oh, check our Instagram.
Wait, was
check
it?
our Instagram.
Oh,
listeners, I don't know. Check our Instagram. You'll see it.
I don't know if it was because
all
right, well, let's find out.
Was it gray? Was it gray or blue? Do you remember?
I'm about to find out.
All right, let's find out.
Hey Siri. What? Oh, sorry, keep going.
So I bought that jacket, and then so that was okay. That was fun. And I saw people I knew at the mall.
To me, that sounds stressful.
No, it was okay.
I guess you were just by yourself.
I was just like walking around. Like it was packed, but it was like interesting.
One thing I'd say about
but it wasn't that bad because there's so many stores.
I don't think that was it.
No, it was that jacket.
Oh, all right.
The one that I'm in the Instagram of skiing.
You look freezing cold.
I do actually.
Terribly unwarm.
All right, what were you gonna say?
This is a nice jacket too.
Thanks. Yeah.
Two hot takes on Black Friday. One, I think another reason it's busy is just what you said. It's like it's officially cold at this point, and it's not. We haven't seen any snow here yet, but there could have been snow. There's probably gonna be snow soon. Like you got to buy your jackets and stuff, which are kind of expensive. So if there's a deal, that's the reason. I'd say another hot take about Black Friday is, I think people think of it as like Christmas shopping. Right. I've gone Black Friday shopping the last 5 or 6 years. Never done any Christmas shopping.
If you think I'm that prepared,
no
way. I have a tradition going right now with a friend where we go Christmas Eve shopping every year.
That's stressful.
I think we've done it. I think like 6 or 7 years straight.
Are you out of your mind?
It's fun, and by that point, I'm usually all set. Okay. I usually pick up a couple things.
He starts shell jacket for.
He starts fresh every year. My friend Matt, and it's insane.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's maniac.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
So he definitely wasn't Black Friday.
So that deal I got on the jacket was actually pretty good. It was like 50% off. So it was like that was exciting. But I don't get like that much of a thrill, you know. I'm just like, okay, well,
you like cheap thrills.
Yeah. I guess so.
If I was gonna go Black Friday shopping, I think that's what I would have gotten.
Okay,
clothes. Like another genre of Black Friday shopping is like the video game stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that when we talk to our story. But
that's not my. I don't think that'd be my style.
After we went to the mall, then they wanted to go to another place. We went to this place.
So they got the shopping. Now we got sleeping.
Any big purchases?
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Any big purchases? No. That was the other thing, is that like it was kind of funny because I basically prepared them. I was like, guys, like Black Friday is not good. Like, and I knew that like where I live was gonna give them like a real Black Friday experience too. Like it wasn't like it was gonna be bad here. It's just not fun and bad.
Yeah.
Like they were like,
the best
like,
Black Friday probably
the deals
won't be
weren't that good. Like there wasn't anything to buy. I was like,
were they looking for like masses of people?
Well,
is that why they were into it?
Yeah, that was the other thing because
Okay.
they were like confused at that. But one of my friends thought that I've told this story so many times, but he legitimately thought that there was $1 TVs for like the first 5 people. Or something. He just didn't understand. He was like, dude, like, because he lives in Singapore, he was like, dude, like, if there's $1 TVs, I'll buy one for you. It's like there's not going to be a $1 TV. I guarantee you that.
That is not. That's what I mean. This is not a holiday. I'm getting so
ridiculous. But so after that, I didn't even mention before. But I'll go after first. After the mall, we went to the Rentham Outlets, which is like this outlet mall.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that's got to be crazy.
That was nuts. That was like not fun at all. Like we actually had to park like a 15-minute walk away because the traffic was ridiculous. It was just not fun, and that was just ridiculous. Like I just don't like that. Yeah. The crowds of like
I don't want to talk about it.
Everyone self-interested is just weird. Like if it's a crowd, like when I went to the Patriots the parade, that was fun because everyone's like, yeah, go Pats, this is awesome. Right. But if you're just at like everyone's like, self-interested,
I need a sweater.
Like, you know what? That reminds me of
pushing and shoving.
When we were at Disney World. Remember when we were at Disney World and we were in Magic Kingdom and they would have like the parades?
Yeah.
People were like shoving people
I remember that.
to like start moving, and that's what Black Friday reminds me of. It's like
being crowded.
Any other day, if there's a person next to you and you want to go somewhere, you would never push them.
We did get shoved kind of a little bit today. I guess they said excuse me, but it might have just been like a poor choice.
Who does that? Even at like a bar when it's crowded, you don't just like shove people.
Yeah.
Why on one random day of the year are you okay with doing that?
I forgot in the Singapore story again. So this is again Black Friday 2016.
Oh my gosh!
Thanksgiving night, we went to Best Buy. That was like the biggest joke part because no one really wanted anything. But the Best Buy
that's where the $1 TVs are.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're gonna be anywhere.
We went there at 1 a.m. I think on Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, that's classic Black Friday.
And then and we went in and it was just terrible. Like
they were open though.
Yeah. There was a line. That was cool. That was actually cool. Like they were taking videos of the line. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah, for the Singapore people.
And we walk in and it's just packed. There are people like running around with TVs, which was funny. They were not $1 TVs, but it was very weird.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing about it is like I don't want to offend like any Black Friday shoppers out there, but
any Black
but remember what you said about like the people who go to the Big E and how they're like the worst, like
it's
the
like
weirdest
a
kind of subsection.
People.
I definitely got that vibe of like the like hardcore Black Friday
who's
shopper.
there, yeah.
It's like very very weird.
It's like what Chris's dad says. Like if you're gonna go that crazy to save that little amount of money, like there's no way it's worth it. You have like you don't really understand the worth of your dollar, I guess. Whereas like you're right, I would rather sleep than get beat up for a cheap TV.
Like it was very weird, and I just kept thinking like I don't want anyone to see me here. Like this is just
that's
so
like the
weird.
Big E.
Yeah.
That's like
exactly.
Well, one thing that was disappointing. So today we're recording this on Black Friday. Yesterday Thanksgiving, I'm texting Andrew, and I looked up Walmart's open at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
So I'm like, hey, let's hit it up. So we drive there. It was a little bit later. It was around like 10, and they're closed. Drive over to Best Buy, also closed.
Oh, what?
Find out in Massachusetts there's strict laws. You can't be open on Thanksgiving, like a lot of like retail stores like that.
See, I feel like that's good.
Yeah,
that's good
which is good, but
it's fake to me. Like there's like this movement of like, all right, let's guys, we gotta care about the families. Let's open at 1 a.m. instead of 8 p.m. the night before.
True.
Like
if you're gonna do it, just go for it.
Just like. How about just open at a regular time or just go for it? Yeah.
But like I guess you would get time and a half at least. But you know what? That does stink actually, because they would have gotten time and a half on Thanksgiving.
You're right.
And now they're working at 1 a.m. and getting nothing.
Come in at 1 a.m. Okay. And like also like.
But it does stink to work on Thanksgiving.
I agree.
You gotta admit
to me, it's very fake. Like the whole like we're better now. Like we're not gonna let anyone work on Thanksgiving. We have high moral standards, and then you have people work at midnight or 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's insane.
And it's like
just open it at normal time.
I think it's a step down.
I also don't like companies though who like REI. I saw is closed on Black Friday, and they had a big stance like we're closed. We're letting our employees work.
I'm okay with that. You're against that?
I'm against them. Like
I agree with
they're
Chris.
Doing it to like play.
It's just PR.
That's true.
It'd be one thing. It'd be one thing to say like we're closed on Thanksgiving. Like cool.
But
okay, great.
It's 2017. Like, is anyone that inconvenienced by REI being closed on Black Friday?
No,
I wouldn't. I
wouldn't have thought about going to
like
REI until they told me that.
Try stuff
another
on
thing
REI that often.
I guess probably this doesn't happen in Massachusetts because of that law, but some places I think do open at like 6 or 8 on Thanksgiving, and then they close, and then they open again.
I saw that. Yeah, that's what Best Buy
good.
was doing.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
They close at like 12 or 1 a.m., and then they open at like 7 a.m. I think that's much better than opening at 1 a.m.
No one needs to shop in the middle of the night.
Wait, they close at 12?
Sorry, so it's Thanksgiving night, Alex, okay? You just had your turkey.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about beforehand, so I'm like, oh, now they're working on Thanksgiving and Black Friday?
Wait, but yeah, right?
So
Thanksgiving night they're open.
No, I do mean that, yeah. They close. Okay, let me finish my sentence. You have your turkey, you're done. All right, you got a shift.
Eat some
already, that's not what I'm
sorry.
thinking.
It's probably not both people though. Like,
but I thought you were saying they open midnight before Thanksgiving.
No.
So they have to work all through Thanksgiving, which is the worst possible.
No.
It's
probably like it'd be like you either work like at 7 a.m. on Black Friday or like 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving, but not
that's
both.
Fine. I think they should do is just say, hey, we're open on Thanksgiving and Black Friday, but there are plenty of people who would work on Thanksgiving and don't want to go. They have no families to go home to or something like that. Just let them work and make time and a half. You know?
Yeah,
that's fair. I think here's an idea that I think would be pretty fun. You know how your friends they're excited about the $1 TVs?
Yeah.
What if Chris's store ever opens up?
Yeah.
No deals on Black Friday, but we drop 1,000 $1 bills from the ceiling.
People would die for sure.
That'd be fun though. People would come in.
What if you know how on Valentine's Day a lot of couples won't celebrate Valentine's Day, but they'll pick a random date during the year and be like, we're celebrating this.
But I'll say I think that's the equivalent of REI being closed on a Black Friday.
I was just gonna say I want to eat turkey in like March. Can we have just a Thanksgiving dinner like mid-March?
Yeah, Dad. I imagine
we have Black Friday the next day.
No, but why don't stores should just do that? Say, oh hey, let's have random deals like.
Yeah.
I guess that defeats the purpose of Black Friday.
You and your wife, maybe on Valentine's Day, should just cook up a nice turkey.
Turkey and a little stuffing. Honey, I brought you cranberry. Get that cranberry sauce out of here.
Good. I think that the Thanksgiving might be one of the least romantic holidays, though. Is that a hot take?
Are we about to rank romantic holidays?
We've lost track, guys. This is Black Friday.
I would agree with that.
Who cares? Not important.
You just feel full.
President's Day is
more romantic.
way more romantic.
Ooh, got me thinking about Lincoln.
Yeah, got me thinking about Lincoln. Don't even start with Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yeah.
That's second most romantic.
Yeah.
Third Valentine's Day.
It is close in proximity.
First Arbor Day.
All right, we
plants a tree with your honey.
All right, what do you want to talk about, Andrew?
I forget now. I'm just upset with this whole thing.
All right, talk about your experience today with Black Friday shopping.
Okay.
So we failed the night before. Unsuccessful.
We tried to go last night, and
Andrew says, "Hey, we should go at 6 a.m." I say, "Nah, I want to sleep."
It was the right call. But you know, it's fun for the.
It is fun. It's definitely a good idea, but not worth it.
Yeah.
I was like, this podcast will be 5% less good, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's you're saving that. You're paying the $50 extra by making this podcast $50 worse.
Hey, if anyone listening,
but saving your
Venmo's me $50, I'll do it next year.
I'll wake up tomorrow. Crack of dawn.
Yeah, I'll do a live podcast 6 a.m. Saturday after Thanksgiving.
So we did go today. We went first to Home Goods to check in on. I actually hadn't been in Home Goods in a while because I didn't like going there after I stopped working there because there would be enough. There wouldn't be enough turnover, so I would see people that like recognized me, and I was just not comfortable with that. I have
not been back to where I worked in high school probably since I left.
Yeah, so I didn't like it, but today it was fine. I probably hadn't been in like 3-4 years, so it was really nice. Because it's a good store, and I talked to the high school kids, which was kind of weird, but I don't know. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit like it's just like I had that job. I could literally like see exactly. I knew exactly what they were doing. I'd just done the same thing. It's just like a rite of passage.
You go in and just do a shift.
You walk to the back room,
I'll take over,
looking for pizza.
I did forget the code to the break room. That was a bummer.
Did you try to open it?
Thank God.
That'd be funny.
That would have been so weird.
If you get arrested today for that.
It's a holiday. It's a holiday.
So we didn't buy anything there.
But
then,
next up,
GameStop.
GameStop.
Oh, all right,
so,
here we go.
This
is a classic Black Friday stop.
Yeah.
Yes, me.
Context, I just bought a PS4 a few weeks ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, cool. So I bought a PS4. Well, this is a funny story. So I live with 2 roommates. I buy a PS4. One of my other roommates says, "Oh, I want to get one of those." I was like, "Yeah, buy some games. You can play mine." Come back a couple of days later, he has a PS4. He just bought his own.
All right. Well, is that a comment? Because in my mind, I would think, just buy some games and play yours.
Yeah, me too.
But I think people want their own.
I think part of it,
console.
I agree.
And we're not going to live together forever.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I have not my own. I guess I split it with my brother, but I had said this year I was like, hey, I kind of want my own. Like originally we bought it and it was kind of expensive because we bought it when it was newer, and we split it so that we'd save the money. But now that the consoles are actually kind of cheap, so I said like, hey, I'll buy it off you this year because I want to use it. I don't want to split it anymore.
Does it make
And he was like, no, I don't want to do that. And I was like, oh, okay.
Does it make a difference with your gaming? Like,
what do you mean?
Do you save process on someone else?
Well,
you have different profiles.
I want to customize my PS4. Paint it how I like it.
Nice.
Throw some stickers on it.
So
but no, that part's irrelevant.
He has his own PS4.
Profiles.
Me, Andrew, and my third roommate go to GameStop today.
Cool.
My third roommate Brian decides to buy, who was on an episode a couple weeks ago, decides to buy an Xbox One.
And the crazy thing is he wanted a PS4 too, but then he felt like.
And then I talked him out of it because we have two in the apartment.
I'm not. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not crazy enough to get that.
That's an understandable decision.
Yeah.
Then.
But
I don't know enough about the differences.
GameStop actually had a pretty good deal, I think. Or we were schnookered and tricked again.
Again, this is not sponsored content.
But their deal was
unfortunately
it was buy 3 pre-owned items,
and one of them's
free. So
buy
that was bad.
One
buy
free.
2 get 1 free. So if you buy 3 things, one of them will be free, aka buy 2 pre-owned items and get a third pre-owned
or get
item.
one free if you buy 2 items. Pre-owned.
Did they
of equal or
were
lesser
you
value.
able to decide like which one was free?
No, it's the
cheapest one.
Yeah,
those pigs.
So Chris and I ended up buying games. So I have a PS4. I ended up getting the Crash Bandicoot remastered, which was pretty exciting for me because that's like I said before, I played video games a lot as a kid, and I got the stuff that I used to play when I was 6 years old. That was so cool. It was for the PS1, and they remastered it. They made it for the PS4. So
and you did trample that one kid.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Dressed in his Crash Bandicoot. Wait, quick derail. Yeah. We'll update this in the 2017 memes episode. Yeah. But have you seen the Crash Bandicoot meme?
No,
I don't think so.
We'll save it for the memes.
Okay.
So,
so me and Andrew split.
Weird.
I get 2 games myself. I get Need for Speed Rivals. Sounds pretty fun.
This means nothing to me. I don't know why we're talking about
FIFA 17. I'm not a big gamer either, but I'm
FIFA's a good game to have.
Yeah, so one of these was free.
And
yeah,
FIFA
one of them was
free. But FIFA was $20 because
FIFA
18 is out now, so they charged the year before.
True. So I got the cheaper one. I will say though, so GameStop. I don't know if listeners have been before, but it's a smaller store typically. It's compared to a Home Goods or something, we went to Target after, way smaller. Right. But
no comparison.
Target is smaller than their food section, a third of the size of it.
It's smaller than Target's food section. Yeah,
GameStop is.
Yeah, so we went in and it was to capacity. The line was wrapped around the store.
What time of day was this?
This was 2:00.
Also, you got a mix of the PM? Classic Black Friday people mixed with classic gamer people, and it was a mess.
Classic podcast people.
Parents that don't know, I'm looking for a Crash Bandicoot console, please.
So it was bad. We basically we see a very long line.
Well, and the funny thing about the line, which I liked, was so we got our games. It took 2 minutes to decide on them. Then we get in the line, which
wait, that took 2 minutes. Crash Bandicoot and Need for Speed took 2 minutes to decide. I would be racking my brain for hours.
But then we get in the line. We're talking to one of the guys who works there, and Brian, roommate, is like, what's up with the deals? He talks him into buying an Xbox. So we get in the line. He has nothing. So he leaves with an Xbox 3 games controller.
No, he didn't buy a controller. You're putting him in a bad light. He got the best deal out of all.
He did, but I think that's what I'm trying to say is that's how crazy Black Friday is. He went into the line with nothing.
Is he a video gamer?
No, not really.
Yeah, a little bit.
So would you say he got the best deal?
Well, it was a good deal.
No, but his deal was good. He did the pre-owned deal, so he got a pre-owned Xbox One and 2 games and got one of the games free. So
but I'm saying, is he if he's not a video gamer, is he really even going to use this often?
Well, that's the thing is he didn't go Black Friday shopping and then impulse buy an Xbox I impulse bought that Crash Bandicoot
That's
game.
True.
He wanted to get the Xbox.
Yeah.
That's
and I guess for me, because I just got mine,
so
I also wanted some games.
If he's not a gamer and he's getting the Xbox because he wants to, you can't blame that on Black Friday. That's on him.
Yeah, he didn't get schnookered.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm wondering. It's 2017, Christmas season. Where's the Nintendo Switch talk?
Yeah.
You guys didn't even think about getting a Nintendo Switch?
I did look at it. I mean,
it's a console of the year.
I think it looks pretty
really
cool. But
I played it. I played it once. Well, it was kind of interesting because when I played it, like I don't know exactly how it works, but can't you like take apart the controllers and make multiple of them?
I think so.
So that's how we played like Mario Kart. It was like 2 people were playing, and then like I came in and they're like, "Oh yeah, you could play," and I was like, "Oh, it looks like you only have 2 controllers," and then they just like,
please,
literally just like ripped it in half, like a
breaks it over his knee.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I don't understand the Nintendo Switch at all. I just know it's popular.
But anyway, so our friend Brian was like, "Yeah, this is probably like this is gonna be like an hour wait, guys." We're like, probably not. And it was no joke, like a 45-minute wait. Like it was insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there were so many like little kids in the store, and I was like, I just felt so bad. I was like, what are these parents doing? Like,
you know what they have to do?
Why are you dragging your kids out? I mean, maybe the kids even want to go, and it's like a life
I bet
lesson.
the kids want to go on to GameStop.
But not on Black Friday.
You don't think so? GameStop's fun no matter what. They probably play the Nintendo Switch.
It was just bad.
It was so tragic.
We got pushed around, right? Remember that, Chris?
Yeah.
We got pushed around.
I was pushing Andrew around a little bit.
Get out of my way, punk. What GameStop or any of these stores need, you know, in the Apple Store, how there's no checkout area. You just check out with the person you're working with.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's what every Black Friday should adopt this method of
just someone with an iPad. Like,
someone with an iPad and they can swipe it. You
that's
know?
good, yeah.
That way Brian wouldn't have had to wait 45 minutes in line.
That's true.
The guy who schnookered him into that awful deal could have just checked it out there.
Well, the other problem about this place is, one, they were very understaffed. It looked like there was maybe 4 people working.
I think there was 3 or 4 people.
Listen, it's a holiday.
Yeah.
You want these guys working on
No, I think it's fine. But the other thing is,
I don't know. I think yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's not all. It's Black Friday.
Oh, sorry.
They should be overstaffed
it's
on
Black Friday. Like,
well, another thing is, when I was in college and I would come back for break, I would usually work on Friday, just a little extra cash.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, one big day, make $1,200.
Because I'm already fed up with my family after all that turkey talk.
True.
You know, I want to get out of the house and make some money on Black Friday.
Yeah.
I almost went to GameStop, sent in an application just to work.
That would have been so funny if we saw you there.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Alex? Nothing.
Hey guys, Crash Bandicoot. That one's free if Chris buys that and Brian buys 3 PS4s.
Speaking of free, though, we get there and we're talking to this guy in the line.
Oh, that was funny. I forgot.
He comes up to. He's talking to us and he's like, I don't know if you guys would be interested in this.
I actually knew this guy I worked with him at camp before, so that was exciting. I was like, I worked with him like not this past summer, but the summer before that, so I had not seen him in a long time.
Okay.
So we get into line, and then he goes, "If you guys are interested, we have Xbox 360s for."
He's a worker.
Yeah. For $99.99, pretty good deal. He's like, but if you just ask them, they'll just give you your money back. They'll reimburse you for buying it. And I go,
so it's free.
Yeah.
I go, what?
Chris just had that reaction. He was like, so it's free, and he was like, I'm just saying, if you buy an Xbox 360 and then ask to get reimbursed, you will get reimbursed.
What?
It was so
weird.
I have
no idea.
It was as if he was like. Because then Chris said something like, "Oh, so you're trying to get rid of them?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Well, maybe
wait, an Xbox 360,
which is the older
360,
one.
So it's an old one.
Yes,
it's old one.
yes. It's like
they don't even make games.
Oh, you know what?
anymore.
You know what?
No.
Maybe it was. Maybe he was saying if you bring in your Xbox, you get like basically reimbursed so that you can buy the Xbox, Xbox One.
Andrew's holding up a big sign that says no.
That would make sense.
God, no. Chris,
no.
you're
What?
wrong.
The Xbox 360 is worth nothing. Are you kidding me? You think
they should be given away for free?
Yeah.
Why didn't you guys pick up
one?
I was thinking about trying
I have
it.
no console.
Andrew also said there was games that they were selling for like $3 that were older, and he was like, I can't believe they're selling those.
Yeah.
As if they should just be handing them out.
I agree completely. No, I agree with
yeah,
myself.
that's what you said.
No, well, it's like they were selling Xbox 360 games, and it was like
no business
trying to be a deal. Well, I don't know. It was like
that.
trying to make a deal, like 4 for $10. Like, how about you don't sell a rip-off Xbox 360 game of like SpongeBob the movie? You know what is going on?
I had SpongeBob the movie for GameCube. That game was so good.
Yeah,
I had SpongeBob the movie for PS2.
So
I actually bought 4 of them today.
I
for $10.
got SpongeBob the movie for Xbox 360. Let me tell you, that was good.
I got it for free from GameStop. Did you guys have SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom?
I think I did.
That was one of my favorite games of all time.
I definitely had a couple. I think I did
have
SpongeBob. I also had a Fairly Odd Parents game that was pretty good. Breaking the rules.
Oh, I had that too. I had that.
Sounds like a rap album name.
Yeah, I think it's right over there actually.
What?
In the studio. Yeah, maybe not.
No, those are my Nintendo DS games from years ago. Zoo Tycoon DS.
Oh my God, he has 8 different copies of Nintendogs.
FIFA Soccer 06.
Wow. So we leave GameStop. We make it out alive. Then we just sampled a few stores. Didn't buy. I don't think we bought anything else, but we did a lap around Target.
And let me tell you,
this is like a strip mall area, right? It's not a.
Yeah.
It's not
no, we didn't go to
mall.
a standard mall outside.
I know where you guys were.
My excitement from like Black Friday shopping for the podcast went from like, all right, let's do this. Let's see how it goes. To as soon as we left GameStop, I was done immediately.
All right. Well,
I
how
was
about this?
so done.
If your Singapore friends were with you, they could have gotten an Xbox 360 for less than $1. They would have been pumped.
We would have tried it if they were there for sure.
So I feel like this is a true Black Friday experience that you guys are getting.
Yeah. I mean, there were some other good deals. I remember Target had a cool deal where it was like
Target's deal was
you
good.
You spend $50 and then you get 20% off an entire shopping experience.
So it was
see, I like that because my issue with Black Friday right now is all the deals that you guys are bringing up minus the 50% off soft shell jacket. It's like
soft shell tacos.
Stuff that Ooh, that'd be a good deal. Yeah. It's stuff that like I would never care about.
That's
like,
true.
I don't want to spend $300 on an Xbox One even if it's a great deal, you know?
I think it was like $180.
So that Target one sounds like a
That's
great
true. Because you can do a big trip where you buy all your Christmas presents.
Target, you get a ton of different stuff.
So
the deal was grocery shopping at Target.
The deal was spend $50 on Black Friday, get 20% off anytime until
like Christmas.
until it might have even been New Year's, but probably Christmas. So that's pretty good.
That's a great deal because you can get anything at Target.
Yeah, and I think that one's great because it incentivizes you to come back.
Right.
Yeah.
Not just like one day. It's insane.
So do you guys didn't go do any shopping at Target?
No, we walked around and then
nothing really spoke to me.
And then we went into Best Buy, which was just like I remembered from the last year. Like it was just packed. Like
it was crazy,
insanely packed.
I thought about getting a TV. I don't have a TV in my bedroom right now. I was overwhelmed.
$1 TVs right here, but they had sold out. So.
And
I speak fluent Singapore.
That was a lot of money. But yeah, I mean,
even Best Buy, like. I don't know when I would ever go to Best Buy.
I'll
just order something online unless I need it like the day of.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't know. It's just the whole experience is very weird. It was so weird. I did not like it at all.
I think we're really in the midst of like these big stores like Best Buy are not. There's no way they're going to be around in like 10 years.
No, it's sad. Yeah. So are you guys transitioning on from Black Friday? Are you guys more of a Cyber Monday type of guy?
Ooh. I'm more of a Cyber Monday, but I still am not going to do much shopping on Cyber Monday.
I'm scared of Cyber Monday because last year I was just like, here's Cyber Monday. I'll check this out, like the Amazon deals.
50 different viruses in your computer. Ooh, yeah, I'll check this out. Whoa, $1 TV.
And I ended up, I guess it was a pretty good deal on it, but I ended up buying like a portable charger for my phone, which is like good, but first of all, like it only works like one time, and then you have to charge the portable charger.
It's like only good for airports, I feel.
Yeah, so it's like pretty inconvenient
and these days, airports are loaded with chargers.
So it's just something like, even at the time I was like, all right, this is probably not going to be that helpful, but maybe it'll be helpful.
How much was it?
I think it was like $20, and it was normally 50 or something, and I was like, all right, cool. But it's still just like, I know that if I go on Cyber Monday and I look for a deal or something, I'm just going to buy something that I don't need.
Right.
So... You know.
I think Cyber Monday, first of all, I feel like Cyber Monday, there's a conspiracy theory. Half the prices are cut beforehand, or are raised beforehand and then cut.
People say that about Black Friday.
So what am I supposed to, like Amazon does that outside of Black Friday.
Yeah.
Amazon has like 25% off on random stuff when it's that price all year long. So is it 25% off? So Cyber Monday is probably just going to be even worse.
Yeah. Can I give you guys a hot take? I'm not much of an online shopper.
Ooh, that is
really
rarely.
That is a hot take.
And I think that comes from I enjoy walking around a mall.
Oh, really?
I like doing some shopping, going out.
Didn't we talk about
Saturday.
that for an episode?
Yeah, mall walking.
Mall walking was recommended to us.
Dibs on
we should do that because I enjoy walking around a mall.
Yeah, I do too.
But I would prefer that's.
But you know what I prefer
75% of my shopping is
walking around a mall on Black Friday.
Yeah, get out of my way.
Can I tell you, it's funny.
You can just shove everyone. It's a free pass.
For me, it's almost the opposite. You know how you said that if you want to guarantee you'll have something, if you need it that day of, you'll go buy it. For me, it's like I'd almost rather just like look for it in stores for a while, and I'll buy it if I don't think I'll be able to find it. Then I'll go online because I need it in 2 days.
That's kind of a fair. Like at least when you go into stores, it's like what we talked about the running shoe stuff.
Yeah.
Like at least when you go to a store, like you could try it on and stuff and get a feel of it. But half of the stuff I buy,
and the majority of stuff you don't need to try.
Listen, I don't wear clothes that fit, anyways.
That's true. I'm a medium.
What am I, tailored? I'm gonna buy something online and pretend it fits for a few months, and I'm gonna throw it away because I realize it doesn't.
That's fair.
Cool. What about Small Business Saturday? You guys gonna support that?
Love it.
I think that's
a thing.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
I like that. Yeah.
I think that's the only one that people should be like gung ho about supporting.
Yeah.
Cyber Monday, fake. Black Friday, obviously fake.
Is this just tomorrow, or is this every Saturday that Small Business Saturday is a thing?
Oh, I think it's just tomorrow, but I figured small businesses do sales on Small Business Saturday.
We'll find out.
But I don't know. There's a big sign in front of in the parking lot near me that says free parking on Small Business Saturday.
Oh, really? So I'll have to come by.
I figured tomorrow's free parking. Yeah.
Oh, did you ever confirm? This is off topic, but Chris said there was like a police chase in
Yeah.
the
Yeah, did you look into that?
I looked it up. I don't think it was the parking lot.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was watching the news and I say police chase ends in parking garage that looked like it was the one right next to Alex's house, and it was in the same town.
There's a TV coverage, and you just see me like sprinting out of a car.
That'd be so bad.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be really funny.
Chasing the police next week on I Need a Hobby.
Yeah. All right, should we get into ratings?
Wait, so you guys have nothing to say about Small Business Saturday?
I just learned about it.
You guys are against Small Business Saturday.
No, I love it. I love a good small business.
I think that's the one, like Black Friday, a good premise back in the day. Now Small Business Friday is a great premise because Small Business Saturday. Oh, I missed it. It's a great premise because these days
support the small businesses.
75% of shopping, as I said, is online. So support the small businesses.
I saw Amazon.
Like our podcast. Support your local podcast.
Amazon did a big prank the other day. They reported lower earnings so that they could call themselves a small business.
Is that true?
No.
That's so funny.
Amazon's now a Small Business Saturday.
Imagine like going to like your local small business meeting in town and Jeff Bezos is there, CEO of Amazon.
I swear we're tiny. We do so little sales.
That's funny. All right, let's get to ratings.
Yeah. I have nothing to say. Oh, Small Business Saturday, 10. Are we done?
Yeah.
I'll start.
That's what we should call this episode. Small Business
Plot
Saturday.
twist.
Oh, wait, no. I hosted. I'm not starting.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. Introduce the rating section.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
So,
come on.
Yeah, what's going on?
Where am I?
So for ratings on the show, we like to rate our hobbies on a scale of 1 to 10, and then a yay or nay if we will continue the hobby. In this case, I'd say a yay or nay is...
Do it again?
Yeah, will you, or do you want to do it again?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think this is a good, a clear yay or nay.
Yeah. All right, so I'll start with Alex.
Oh, gosh, I don't have a clear yay or nay. Black Friday shopping, I'm against it. You know, I would rather sleep. The sales are nice, but these days they give you other options. Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, Frugal Friday. It's the following week.
Just wait a couple weeks and you just shop for full price.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Nay.
Wow.
Not a fan.
The most average.
Not
I think
bad.
That's generous.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right.
Why are you giving it a 5? What's the good thing about it?
You know what? Dang. Oh, sorry. 0.5. 0.5 out of 10. No, 5. I guess I understand it. Like if I bet when I'm a parent,
maybe
a parent, like a dad.
When it's a parent.
When I'm apparently a father of a few kids, I'm gonna want to do Black Friday shopping because I have the day off from work and there's sales.
That's true.
So I get the point of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the time in my life right now. There is no point for me to do it. So yeah, 5 out of 10. Nay.
All right, Chris.
I didn't realize that was a high rating. Wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm
that's
interested
high.
to hear what you guys say.
So Black Friday, I do it every year. I've worked it, as I said. I didn't even get into it a couple years ago. I went to Walmart at midnight or 1 a.m. really just to see it unfold. Didn't buy anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what were you thinking?
I was just bored. I was just a punk
Did you have insomnia and just had to go for a walk?
Something like that. But I do like, I don't know. I like walking around a mall, as I said. So there's something about Black Friday that I enjoy, but I get claustrophobic very easily. I don't know if I've told you guys this. I was about a month ago. I was in a pastry shop that's a popular one around here.
Is it
Mike's Pastries
yeah.
in Boston? Had to leave. Was overwhelmed.
Really?
Gave money to a friend. Told him to buy something.
Oh, I didn't know this.
So when we were in line today, I was having those I gotta get out of here
really
moments. But
whoa,
hey.
I didn't know this. Man, I wish I you know
what a late reveal.
Not for you because you're a friend, but for the podcast, I wish you had a breakdown.
Yeah,
I really wish.
That would have been really funny. So yeah, I don't think it's the best. I didn't see any deals that blew my mind today. No, like wow, whoa, $1 TV.
Yeah.
So
well,
I got
the free Xbox 360.
Yeah,
but it's all right. Never mind.
That was definitely.
I don't want to get back.
I think that was some fake news.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 3.5.
Whoa.
But a yay. I will come back next year. I got to do
rating.
it. It's a big part of the Thanksgiving weekend for me. It's
all right, I
even if you don't love it, you got to do it.
Chris seems to be doing this basically every year of his life. He basically says, "Oh, actually, I happened to be there last year." And like, I went to Walmart 2 years ago. I worked there 3 years ago.
I do it every
so
year.
I respect the yay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, I'm curious, Chris, about that claustrophobic thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you guys visit me at Amherst, we go to this pizza place that is definitely a little hectic when there's a lot of drunk people on a weekend night. Do you get scared?
Well, I will
that,
say, usually when we're in this pizza place, I'm one of those drunk people, so I can kind of just hang with it.
Okay.
If we
I know
went,
what you mean. I don't think I have the claustrophobia like you do. You wild freak.
Yeah.
No, but like I
it's
could
not
see,
fun.
Yeah, it's like
I know what you mean.
A little anxiety.
It's
when I'm just
it's a little weird.
being on a subway, not my favorite place to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Being in a subway.
I don't like
restaurant.
the I don't like the having to
surrounded by turkey.
I don't like the having to order aspect. Like the subway is fine because you're just there and you're like, this sucks, but whatever. But I don't like the like.
That's not claustrophobia. Claustrophobia isn't like, can I have a large chicken bar?
I just don't like having to like get people's attention and stuff. I'm not claustrophobic though, and I don't mean to speak ill of your phobia, Chris.
All right, you rate it, please.
2 out of 10. Nay, I hate Black Friday shopping.
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. Nay, yeah.
Generous.
I was thinking the one. Like I was actually very close to giving this a 1.
It's funny though because you've done 4 years in a row, or 5 years, or whatever you just
5
said.
years, I guess.
And
I guess I haven't had the real Black Friday experience that you guys have.
See, so
that's why
I was not planning on going this year. I didn't know that we would do it for the podcast. But when I went,
what are you saying right now?
Chris was looking at each other.
I think you've texted us once a week for the last 3 months saying we're doing Black Friday.
So hard.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I didn't mean it in like
I had no idea.
I didn't mean it in like you guys spun this upon me. I did think this is a good idea and it must be done. But I didn't realize that I'm saying in 2016 I did not on Small Business Saturday in 2016 I did not think I would be going Black Friday shopping. That's what I'm saying.
I thought didn't you pitch we do Black Friday in February? You just thought it was the time.
But I am proud of my suggestion because it's essential. It's a thing that is a cultural phenomenon. Anyway,
it's one of the most romantic holidays we've figured out.
It sucks. It's not fun. It's just the only thing is that I did think I got a good deal on that jacket, and I do like getting good deals, I guess, but it is absolutely not worth it for me. I hate the crowds. I hate the lines. I hate the like self-interestedness. I hate people complaining to vendors. I guess I didn't mind working it, honestly, because it was, it was like
Home Goods.
It was like an experience, kind of like people did try to. Even though Home Goods wasn't a Black Friday store, people tried to make it like that, where they would just like buy something, buy like a big purchase. Like our friend sold like this life-size Santa Claus on like within an hour of it opening on Black Friday at like 7 a.m. And it's like that was there for like 4 months. Like, why? But I don't know. So the working part, I guess, was okay, even though I'm sure it wouldn't be now. But what I'm saying is that Black Friday is bad. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10 nay. I really hated it. I hated it more than I thought I would. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, mine was a little generous.
In the episode 100 Hobby Off, it will lose to everything, I bet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Let's put on like something we all hate, like brushing your teeth, right?
I love brushing my teeth.
Yeah, I'm kidding. All right. Well, that's it. That's it for ratings. So good ratings, guys. Now we're going to move on to our next section of the show. It is called What's on Your Mind, where we talk about what's on our minds. And we always get a theme song for What's on Your Mind. This week, our theme song comes from, let's see what we have here. It is from, oh, cool. It is from, it's from Miss Black, Friday.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Oh, nice.
That was a pretty good one.
That was good. I haven't heard that before. We should maybe keep playing it.
Yeah, that's not actually.
Okay. Maybe after the podcast.
That's good. Actually, hold
maybe.
on. Let me just look up how to get this song as my ringtone.
Oh, I used to do that. You guys used to do that?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I know.
like trying to download ringtones. Like,
No, I don't think I ever did that.
Oh, yeah.
I think I was too late in the cell phone game.
You know what I had as a ringtone on my first phone? It was the song Over and Over Again by Nelly and I think Tim McGraw.
I don't know that song.
It's a country rap
If you
song.
don't mind.
I know what you're going to say, though, Alex.
You know my ringtone?
Well, I remember your ringtone was one of the first things we talked about, I think, when we were friends.
Wait, what was it?
Because wasn't your ringtone like a Geico thing?
Oh, wait, was it?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, it was the
That's not what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I had the Bill Nye the Science Guy ringtone at one point. But wait, what was the Geico one?
So when we were like, either when we first became friends or the summer after that, Alex's ringtone was that ringtone from the Geico commercial, which was like ringity dong ding ding dong.
Oh, I do remember.
Ringity dong ding ding dong.
Oh,
Ring
wait.
ding.
How do you guys both know that? And it was my
don't know,
ringtone.
yeah.
I don't even remember.
Well, I just
do
remember the commercial. I remember the
I don't
commercial.
remember the ringtone, but I do remember having a Geico ringtone.
Yeah, it was like, it was, look up,
I-
Google ringity ding 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 dong. Actually, it'll probably,
Ring a ding 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 dong.
you'll probably get the Geico
Ring
commercial.
ding
Like, how do you spell that? You act like
You ever do that? It's actually,
Google
sometimes I like am trying to Google a song, and if you like Google like nah nah or like da da like a bunch of times, like there are people that have like
Yeah,
insane people that
Google
have tried
has-
to Google like a song that is just like
Google has
Hey Jude or something,
they
and all they
brag about
remember is
that.
like the like nah 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 nah.
Google
Insane.
brags about that in their commercial now. Have you seen it?
No, what do they say?
Where it's like they say like you don't talk to people like this, and it's someone holding up the phone, play blah 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 blah. They name the song. You talk like this. Hey Google, play that hipster song, and then it gets the song right on.
The hipster song with the whistling.
With the whistling,
yeah.
yeah.
There's that. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, that's it.
With the whistling.
Oh, is that? Oh, I know
Yeah.
that song.
I don't-
Young
I forget
folks.
what it's called.
Young folks, yeah.
All
right.
right. Let's
get
talk
back
about
to
what's on your mind, other than my great ringtone selections.
All right, so it looks like you got something to say, Alex.
Oh no.
What's on your mind?
All right. Here's something that's on my mind. All right. I got a gift the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So all right. So I walk into work. I'll explain how it happened as I experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
I walk into work and my boss goes, "Oh, these are your pears." I go, "What?
Pears?
Like my pears?" And she goes, "Yeah, these are your pears." And I look at it's just a box. At the time I assumed it was full of pears, the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, those are your pears."
Mm-hmm.
It was a gift. That's what she tells me. I was like, "Oh, that." And I'm like, "That's weird." She goes, "Oh, it's a pretty standard corporate gift." So I got a corporate gift of pears. Is that standard?
Wait, so you're talking PEARS?
Like the fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
They were way too juicy for me, but that's that's another story. Is this a standard thing?
Wait, did your boss give it to you?
Not the boss that I was talking to there, but we have like a higher
Okay.
up that gave it to everyone.
Okay.
Is that weird?
Were they like really good pears?
I just said they were too juicy.
Like, you ever get?
I'm
Wait,
asking
how is a
if
pear
this.
too juicy?
Wait, I'm asking you. I'm not
No, well,
asking
here's
you to
the-
judge the pears. I'm asking if this is a standard
Well, here's
gift.
why I'm asking, because I've seen. You ever get those? What's the word? Like a pamphlet in the mail, but that's not the word. A catalog. That's the word. A catalog.
A magazine.
Yeah, a magazine, I guess. But it's selling stuff, and they have a big one that comes around Christmas time that's like fancy food, and it's like it'll have like chocolates or
Like
like
the
gift
edible
bags or
arrangements?
like edible arrangements. But then they'll usually have like a dozen pears for $25.
Really?
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, which-
And also, this was mid-November.
Yeah, not
So I
pear
don't know
season.
what the gift was for, but that's what I have to take up with my boss. That's not your guys' problem. But so you think it's a normal gift? Because my roommate said he had heard about it before.
I've
Have you
never
guys
heard of it.
ever received
I've never
Hey,
received pears.
let alone pears, but a fruit-based gift?
No, well,
I feel
I
like that's
actually
mad.
I received
Um,
a pie as a gift from my work the other day.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, before Thanksgiving, a nice little pre-Thanksgiving.
nice. That's
that
pretty
was
nice.
perfect because just bring it right to the dinner. Oh, hey, I made this.
That's really nice. See, I assumed that's what
That was
the
going
thought
for,
process
probably.
was with the pears, but I walked into my Thanksgiving and I said, "Hey guys, I got some pears." They started throwing at me because they were too juicy and rotten at this point. It happened
that's
mid-November.
I love pears.
I did too. Favorite fruit.
I threw them out.
Really? Did
They
you
were-
eat any of them?
Yeah, they were too juicy. I'm not kidding. They were like,
That's ridiculous.
That's so
no,
sad.
they were like you couldn't eat them. They were so juicy. It would run down your.
I was so
I'm not joking. They was running down my chin. That's not what you want in a fruit.
I would argue that I think
that
would
sounds
be
great,
good.
yeah.
I had to poke it with a straw essentially to eat it.
and it burst.
This wasn't a Slurpee that I got as a corporate gift. This
you
is a
sure it wasn't
pear.
like a Capri Sun?
I just bite into it. This is the juiciest pear.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Yeah, now I
That'd
feel
be
bad.
insane.
But listen. All right? When you go to a supermarket and you get a pear, it's not like a water balloon. It's like a firm pear. It's like an
Yeah.
apple.
Yeah, but
It's
you
like
gotta let them wait. You gotta wait till they're juicy. I think.
Wow, really?
Where are
Yeah.
you buying your pears? Yeah.
I figured they were past due. I figured they were past ripe.
Maybe they were just like, "Ooh, give Alex the pass."
Yeah,
right
give them the
pears."
mushy ones.
yeah, probably.
Huh. All right. Well, yeah. I wish. I'm glad you enlightened me on this.
Yeah, so now be
aspect.
prepared because you know what? I felt like an idiot when I
Yeah.
said, "Oh, that's weird," and they go, "Oh, that's a normal corporate gift."
Mm.
I felt like a freaking
Good to
idiot.
know. Maybe
First
at
of all,
Christmas I'll get some pears.
I don't care if it's a normal corporate gift. It's still weird.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
if I want to give you guys pears,
I hope not.
that would be weird.
I do like pears actually, so maybe I hope so.
All right.
I don't know. That would be strange. I'm picturing you trying to like give us the pears like before this. What's on your mind? And trying to like be like not funny about it. Like just like yeah, that's a normal gift, guys. And we're like, oh, sorry. Like I love them, but I would like pears anyway. All right, Chris, what's on your mind?
Here's what's on my mind. So I'm in Boston a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I see this restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
which is a chain restaurant.
Mhm.
I want to know you guys' thoughts on it. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Oh yeah, there's one pretty close to my apartment.
Ruth's.
Okay, rethink your name.
I love stuff like this because this reminds me of before, like just as another one, but it's like I might have told you guys this, but at one point my friend got a job at Legal Seafood. But before she got the job there, she got a job at Legal Test Kitchen, and she was freaking out about it. Have you heard of Legal Test Kitchen?
I don't know Legal Test Kitchen.
Okay, so Legal Test Kitchen is like
it's
also
just another
LTK is just like another restaurant owned by Legal Seafoods, but like it just sounds so much worse. It's like
I mean, Legal Seafood sounds pretty bad.
Legal Seafood's like that classic like high end on the waterfront in Boston, and then there's like it's like
what?
Yeah, Legal Seafood. What?
But that's a chain.
Yeah, but it's still
like a local chain though. I think.
It's like a pretty good chain, I think.
Isn't there one in like Natick?
Yeah, but come on, it's like the Boston waterfront.
Right, I'm just saying it sounds bad because of the legal part, I think. But all right, go on.
That's the thing that I think is crazy about that. Why do they have a restaurant called? All right, we'll get to the Ruth one first because that one is certainly more egregious. But it's the same idea. Legal Test Kitchen.
It's not.
All right, go on. That's a bad name.
Legal Test Kitchen is a terrible name. It sounds like they're going to give you something with 3 eyeballs, doesn't it?
No, it sounds to me like they thought of they like it was a very like. It was like almost a lab process. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like
here's our Legal Test Kitchen. Yeah, we'll rename it later. It's never got renamed.
And then like the food that passes goes to Legal Seafood.
I think it sounds kind of fun because it's like, ooh, like we're trying out this new thing.
Yeah, you're right. It's like test
I feel
track.
Like, I feel like they have
it sounds like test track at Disney World.
My friend was super upset because she was like, why am I in the test kitchen?
But she applied though, didn't she?
No, she applied to Legal Seafood and they were like, yeah, we love you.
Is that the minor leagues?
Can you work at Legal Test Kitchen? And she was like,
the AAA team.
But then she ended up working at Legal Seafood, so it's all good. Anyway.
Wait, is that really what happens? Is a test kitchen that they pass it on to?
No,
it's probably just
another restaurant.
Oh, all right. That's weird.
It's so weird.
I don't mind the name Ruth's Chris.
Well, my question
I do.
My question is what Ruth's Chris steak?
I don't get it.
Okay.
I don't get it.
So I was thinking about this and I'm like, okay, this guy Chris opens a steak shop or a steakhouse. Who's Chris?
Yeah, it's
Ruth's
like
Chris.
It's like two parents talking to each other about one of their other friends' kid. You know, Chris. Oh, Ruth's Chris. You know, their friend's name is Ruth. It's a place for parents.
I'd say a better analogy is Johns Hopkins University.
yeah.
I interned with a kid who went there, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you said you went to Johns Hopkins," and he was like, "Johns," but yeah. And I was like, I walked away from the conversation.
But he's right. He is right.
He is right. I am wrong. Well, the university's wrong.
Yeah, they're wrong for name, but. Yeah,
that's probably his name.
I just don't like also that it just doesn't flow off the tongue well at all.
Here's my prediction: we're both Johns Hopkins and Ruth's Chris. You think it was a partnership? Someone named John, last name Johns, last name Hopkins.
Yeah, that could be
last
the case.
name Ruth's,
or maybe this guy,
first name Chris.
Maybe John Hopkins and his brother John Hopkins went into a business together.
Oh, maybe
university.
JOHN and JON.
Yeah, or maybe that'd be funny if it was the case where it was like there were 2 Chris steakhouses and it was like, my mother's name's Ruth.
All right, I actually have a story about that where my friend told me about this in the town that he's from. There was this restaurant called, I might have told you guys this story, but it's so insane. There was this restaurant called Giovanni's, right? Mm-hmm. And then the owners of Giovanni's got like, they had a feud or whatever, and they like separated. So then one guy kept Giovanni's, and then another guy made Nick's Giovanni's, which is insane.
All right, see, that's just as weird as Ruth's Chris.
Exactly.
Maybe that is what
he
happened.
wanted to make another store. But then the other thing is that apparently there's also another restaurant unrelated to the drama called Gio's. So there's 3 Italian restaurants called Giovanni's, Nick's Giovanni's, and Gio's.
That's like
crazy.
the Ray's Pizza thing in New York. There's like 50 different places called Ray's Pizza.
I think I've heard that, yeah.
But that might be a theory to the Ruth's Chris.
Maybe.
I think that's a decent theory.
Yeah,
that could, but I don't know. A Chris is a bad name for a steakhouse.
Yeah.
No offense, it's a great name for a podcaster.
Yeah. If I was to open a steakhouse, I'd probably name it Alex's Steakhouse.
All right. Well, now what about the restaurant Carl's Jr. Right?
Yeah. Charles Jr.'s.
Are you upset that there's there's not Carl's?
Carl's Jr.
Like it's the
I haven't
same
even thought
thing.
about
It's
that.
just it's just like being more specific to someone named Chris. Oh, it's Ruth's Chris. Not only is it Carl's, but it's Carl's Jr.
Well,
so it's just being more specific.
Maybe Carl had a big restaurant and then he opened a Carl's Jr.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, though. So
Yeah.
maybe
That's
the
the
same
same
thing
thing
happened
as
with
Ruth's
Chris.
Chris,
Maybe there
yeah.
originally was a Chris, and then Ruth broke off from the franchise and opened up Ruth's Chris.
Yeah. That's the most likely.
They should change their name.
I just don't like
Ruth Chris's Steakhouse. Flows up the tongue a little better.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think you made a weird face at me when I said that it was egregious, but that is a ridiculous name. It's just too hard.
Oh, I
to say.
like it. I kind of like it though.
Ruth's Chris. Then you add Steakhouse
Kind
too.
of a
It's
Ruth's
supposed to be.
Chris
It's like
sirloin.
a high class chain restaurant.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
So it's like it
sounds
feels
bad.
it feels like it needs a high class name. Ruth's Chris.
We should go to a fancy. We should do an episode on fine dining.
Oh, yeah, we got to
to.
sell a lot of shirts if we're gonna do
That's
that.
true. If Venmo is $100 and we'll go to Ruth's Chris and
Yeah,
rate
actually, we should do that.
it. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I feel like I did like half of what's on your mind in that, Chris. But luckily, my what's on your mind.
Did he just talk about pizza?
You're gonna have a lot to say about this, Chris, because it just happened while we were Black Friday shopping. A weird thing about Chris's car.
Oh yeah,
you might know about this too.
And
Alex.
I remember Andrew said, "Oh, I'll probably do it. What's on your mind?"
Wait,
I just have to do this.
Have the same
been
car.
on my mind. You and Chris have the same car,
which is why I'm glad.
But Chris has a weird thing with his car where at the front of the dash, it says like your miles to empty or something, like trip miles.
My car doesn't have
just
that.
Your standard.
Your standard stuff, right?
Like the radio station.
Radio station. That's right. Whatever.
Sure.
But there's another setting that you can switch on his car that gets you to, no joke, the Noble Eightfold Path, which is
What?
quote. The Noble Eightfold Path is an early summary of the path of Buddhist practices leading to liberation from samsara, the painful cycle of rebirth. Okay, so it's literally, I'm not even kidding.
Wait, what do you mean? You got to explain it.
Okay,
This is
so
a preset?
in Chris's card,
This is a radio preset?
it's like you can hit a button to like get the radio, you can hit a button to get like your trip distance, and you can hit a button to have it display.
It's like a
Noble
It's like a
Eightfold
piece
Path.
of scripture.
I'll show you it. It's basically, it looks like a captain's wheel kind of. Here it is. This is the exact one.
And then it says like understanding.
And it's like 8 like qualities.
Did you program this?
No, so I bought this car.
Wait, let me just. I want to paint a picture.
Let me
first.
explain it
So
better.
basically, it's like imagine a captain's wheel with like a sea captain. Like
Yeah,
a
that's
sea
exactly what it
captain
is.
That's got like the.
And now we're not talking Captain Phillips.
No.
We're talking Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh
here.
yeah, Captain Jack Sparrow, like that classic wooden wheel with the little points, and on each point there's I guess an eightfold path of how you can live. Chris,
So this is like a religious thing, like.
Yeah, I think so, but it's programmed into Chris's car.
This
So
to me feels like we're really insulting people.
Oh, I'm just confused at why did they put this in Chris's car?
Yeah, I'm confused too.
It kind of reminds me of, I have a friend who
Did Chris program this?
I have a friend who applied to a job at Legal Seafoods, and then she got a job at the Legal Test Kitchen.
Chris?
Hey.
No, but they're about as related. I'd say. No, I'm just kidding. So I bought a car, used car, one previous owner.
Wait, that
and
one previous owner.
And I stumble upon this one day, and maybe someone who's in the car with me found it, just pressing buttons.
Yeah.
And
don't press buttons in someone else's
true,
car.
yeah.
I'm gonna start right now. Don't do that.
I guess it was probably me.
Andrew shuts the air off in my car all the time without asking. Because he's so mad. It doesn't get me mad.
Oh, sorry.
You do it all the time.
Gets me pretty mad.
Gets me hot.
That is, come on. If you're in someone's car, they
don't
pick
mess
the
around.
temperature.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know what I mess with your temperature. I'm pretty sure I only mess with my vent.
No. You turn it off all the time. It's not important.
I don't think I do.
I know you do, but that's not important.
You search for the right.
Listen, you look for my eightfold path and you make fun of it. All right.
No, but I have no idea why it's there, how it got there. If it was something that came with the car.
Do you ever read it mid-drive?
I put it on that setting almost every time I'm in the car.
So can I read the Noble Eightfold Path?
Please do.
Real quick. So it's basically the captain's wheel, and on each thing it has like a.
All right, hold on.
So
wait. All right, read it. And then
it says it says the top one, right view, and then now I'm going to be reading clockwise. Right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right concentration, and right mindfulness.
Wait, was the guy you bought your car from Pope John Paul II?
Well, apparently it's this Buddhist thing, and I first off thought, is this somehow related? Like,
I guess I'm a Buddhist.
I was like,
It's
is this
just
in every
insane.
Honda for some
it's
reason?
It's insane that this is in your car.
I don't think that's in mine, but my
Check
question...
and see if it's in your car.
Yeah, my question now is...
Probably would have noticed.
Because you have the same car as Chris.
I don't think it is, because you go through my presets every time you're in my car.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No, but my question is, how do you put something like that into
I don't
a
know.
Honda
No,
Civic?
I have no clue, which is what's shocking to me.
Like,
it's like...
I think Chris has like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or excuse me, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory golden ticket-esque car.
Probably. I think I'd go to heaven for that.
I think Chris is like the chosen one right now.
Might be.
I think the prophecy has been fulfilled.
I mean,
But
this thing is just insane.
It's fun. It's just literally this picture of it, and don't know why it's there. Maybe I'll post a picture on the Snapchat.
But, I mean,
I
at
think we
least
should
it's
post a
pretty
picture on the
nice.
Instagram.
Like that has very good intentions.
And it's
no
right.
matter
I mean,
who's looking at it.
not even kidding. I'll throw it on there when I'm driving on my way to work or something. Just remind yourself to stay grounded.
Man, I would be so. What if you were like on a date with someone and they like stumbled upon?
It's.
that?
I think it's a great story.
Would you be embarrassed? I guess that's mean to
Here's
say.
the proof, Alex.
You shouldn't be embarrassed.
So basically, what it has is that the bottom left has the temperature, the middle has the distance
Can you take a
traveled,
picture of it?
and the bottom right has the clock.
Let me
And
take a
then
peek.
the whole rest of the screen is the Noble Eightfold Path.
I can't believe
It is unreal.
That's what it's called.
It's insane.
Wow.
So we'll definitely post a picture of that
I
because
feel like-
I just can't believe it. It's
I
just
feel like
what?
Chris is hiding something from us.
Maybe.
I think Chris.
You think Chris
Chris
would
is
have-
on a path, noble or otherwise.
So So weird.
Yeah, it's fun though.
All right, that's it. So that's it. We're done.
Let the folks know what they could do if they have a What's on Your Mind.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, yeah.
have a knowledge of the Eightfold Path, noble and otherwise.
Yeah, if you guys have any knowledge of the Noble Eightfold Path, or you have a friend that worked at Legal Test Kitchen, or even better, Ruth Chris's.
I like how
Ruth's
Andrew,
Chris.
I know.
Andrew really tried to steer the with the Noble Eightfold Path steering wheel, steered the conversation to this legal aspect, legal seafood talk.
Sponsor of the episode.
Whatever. Anyway, and what was your What's on Your Mind, Alex?
No, pears.
If you have any What's on Your Mind, knowledge of pears.
Juicy pears.
Juicy pears.
Juicy.
Your pears are
Juicy
juicy.
or otherwise.
Yeah. If you like biting into a water balloon,
Please
let us know.
Email in at ineedahobbypod@gmail.com and head to our website, ineedahobbypod.com, and you can find all the great stuff there as well. I know.
Chris
I'm
do
just
the
saying.
plugs.
You can also find out how to email us there, I
Yeah.
think. But if not, it's ineedahobbypod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Chris, hit us with those plugs. Come
All
on.
right.
I can't listen to that.
We're lucky to get 3 sponsors for this episode. I don't know if I told you guys.
Who? Ruth.
We got Giovanni's, Nick's Giovanni's, and
Yes.
Gio's, all sponsoring this episode. I don't know if they're aware that the other 2 are trying to sponsor, so we might get some backlash.
Crosstown rivals.
No, if you like this episode,
God,
you want to hear more,
I've gone insane this episode.
I need a hobbypod.com.
Black
We didn't
Friday.
get any sleep. We're up all night shopping. I need hobbypod.com. You can find our Snapchat, not Facebook. Should we be on Facebook?
No.
Nah, I don't want my friends to see this. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. I need hobbypod. What else we got?
T-shirts. Shop tab. If you guys buy like, all right, I'll make this deal. If each listener buys 450 T-shirts, we'll go to Ruth's Chris next episode.
That'd be so funny. Also, hey, by the time this episode comes out, it'll be after Cyber Monday, so you probably missed it, but you can still do shopping at Amazon. I need hobbypod.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
shoot.
our Amazon and our T-shirts are going to be 100% on.
Yeah.
No sale.
We should jack up the prices for Cyber Monday. That'd be kinda
Jack
funny.
them up and
then
slice
slice
them.
them.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, they're $50. Now they're, well, I don't know, they're 20.
Find out for yourself.
All right.
See you next week.